Attention parents, whether your kids are heading back to class or doing virtual learning, they'll have to take the STAAR test in person this spring. The Texas Education Agency recently added that requirement. Jason Miles has a closer look.
Parents of students currently learning on physical campuses like this tell me they don't have a problem with in-person STAAR testing, as long as safety protocols remain in place. But others worry additional bodies may be difficult to manage.
You may have virtual students that are not as familiar with the protocols coming in and increasing the risk of transmission.
The Texas American Federation of Teachers has an online letter that 3,300 people have sent to the state so far, urging officials to drop the STAAR altogether.
There's no reason to add the additional stress. There's no reason to add the additional numbers, physical numbers in schools to take this test this year.
Given in grades 3 through 12, TEA Commissioner Mike Morath considers STAAR testing an important tool in gauging how well students are learning, especially now.
It is what it is.
It's currently not good, according to what Morath told the State Board of Education last week, that the pandemic has caused 3.2 months of learning loss for the average Texas student, in addition to what normally happens over the summer.
Does not bode well for us. It speaks to the very significant challenges that we have, that we will have to address for many years, actually, as a state.
Morath said he would not seek a waiver from annual standardized tests as some other states have, but the TEA will allow districts to make adjustments in order to, among other things, properly distance test takers, including using off-campus venues if needed.
Certainly a long list of things they could be focusing on that are more important in this pandemic than the STAAR test.
The teachers union says it's good that younger students won't be held back for failing the STAAR exam, but high schoolers receiving remote instruction who don't show up in person may not be able to graduate. In Houston, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.